guys! Today we're going to focus on some cardboard building, and I am going to talk to you a little bit about a couple techniques that you could use to help you build with your cardboard. And I'm going to show you how to use some inspiration from around you or from around your house or wherever you are to help inspire you to make something out of cardboard. Cardboard is such a great tool, and I know that we've been doing a lot with it this year, and that's because it's so easy to use. It's cheap, usually free, and most of us have it lying around our house. So I just saved a couple pieces of cardboard from some packages that I got, but you could use a pizza box, you could use a tissue box, you could use, you probably have some cardboard boxes left over from maybe some gifts that you got or gave or something you received in the mail. So I usually just set that stuff aside so that I can use it when I need it. I have it like a little pile or a box of cardboard that I can just grab from whenever I'm feeling like building. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some cardboard to make something from our house. So what I want you to do is I want you to look around your house or your room or wherever you are, and I want you to find something that looks like it might be fun to try to make out of cardboard. And it should be something that's, fairly simple. It could be something big because we're just gonna make a mini version of it. It doesn't have to be anything tiny or, like super detailed. I grabbed a plant and I grabbed a clock from my house that I decided I was going to try to make out of cardboard. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you those videos, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple cardboard building techniques. So today I am using a hot glue gun. I know that some of you have hot glue guns at home, some will be using hot glue guns at school, and some of you don't have hot glue guns. So if you don't have a hot glue gun, you could always use tape, you could use regular glue, you could use glue tape. There's many other ways to fasten cardboard rather than using hot glue. I just know that some of my students really love using hot glue, so I'm going to try to bring that back. So with that being said, I'm going to show you my two cardboard creations that I made. One is a clock and one is a plant. And hopefully you can find something that inspires you around you right now that you could try to make out of cardboard today. So first I wanted to show you some examples to help give you some inspiration of some things I found on the internet of some cool artwork that was made from cardboard. So check these out. Here are a couple of techniques that help when you are building with cardboard. So some of these things include cutting some like flat pieces on the bottom called a flange to get something to stand up. I'm going to be using like the L brace and also kind of the foot part down in the bottom right, or actually I would say more like tabs with my building today. Some of the slats and those things, those are pretty helpful too when you're building with cardboard. So I was looking around my house and I saw this clock, and I decided that I'm going to use this as my inspiration of what I'm going to build with cardboard. It's helpful to have something to look at as your inspiration. It could be anything from around you. It could be something small and you could make it bigger out of cardboard, like maybe a pencil, or it could be something big like a chair and you can make a miniature version of it out of cardboard. So it doesn't have to be the actual size, but like I said, for me, it's helpful to have something in front of me as my inspiration. You could also use a picture or an image that would help give you some ideas as well. So today I'm going to be using some scrap cardboard, scissors, a marker, a hot glue gun, and then I have my clock for inspiration. If you don't have a glue gun, if you're working at home, or if you are not comfortable using a glue gun, then you could absolutely use the glue tape that we have, or you could use regular tape, duct tape. You could even use like Elmer's glue or any kind of other attachment material that you have. Okay, so I'm going to start by making the face of the clock, and so I need to draw a circle and then cut it out. It's really hard to cut in a circle or cut a shape without having some marks to be able to follow. So I just started by drawing a circle, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And I want to make my clock 3D, and so I'm going to have a front and a back of my clock. So I'm actually going to trace it, and I'm going to cut it out again, because I want them to be very close to the same size. Now it's not going to be perfect or exact, but it will be really close. Okay, so to make my clock be 3D, I'm going to cut out a long skinny rectangle, and I'm going to use this as the edge of my clock, and I'm going to use that to attach the two circles together. So I'm just peeling off some of this tape so I have a nice clear surface to work with. So it's going to be the side between my two circles. So I need to attach my circles to the side. So a lot of my students think that you need a whole line of glue. I'm going to show you that I just use a few dots, and then I'm going to push and hold. Now you do have to hold this and let it cool before it will stay. So I'm going to let this cool, and then I'm going to add dots, and I'm going to go ahead and finish attaching the side to that. So you're going to see me attaching the sides and the other circle. I also added the clock face on there with a marker. And now I'm just looking at my clock and cutting out all the pieces that I think that I need. At the bottom for the legs is where I used a tab, and that's going to be to keep those legs on there. So I folded. Okay, so here is a picture of my clock next to the original clock. Is it a perfect copy? No, but it's pretty good. I want to zoom in just a little bit here and show you where I use the tabs. So you can see up here at the top of the clock I used, there's like two little pieces folded out that are stuck to the clock. That really helped keep those things on. And that same thing I used at the bottom here on the clock, where I folded a piece of cardboard in half and left the two little feet so I could attach it to the bottom. You know, there's lots of different ways to make things out of cardboard. There's no right or wrong way, so look around you and see if you can be inspired by something to create a cardboard sculpture today.